Picking a new video game to play can feel impossible when every studio claims their title is a total masterpiece. Hey everyone, Alice here, and I have sifted through hundreds of titles to bring you 25 absolute bangers that truly deserve your time and money. Let us jump right into it. Starting off at game number 1, we have Astro Bot, which is easily one of the most pure fun platformers ever created. Every single level introduces fresh mechanics, wild power-ups, and clever level design that keeps you grinning the whole time. You know, if you are enjoying this list so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting me know your favorite title. The way this game utilizes the DualSense controller is pure magic, making every step, raindrop, and punch feel tactile. It is a brilliant celebration of gaming history that feels refreshing from start to finish. You really cannot afford to miss this cheerful masterpiece. Moving over to game number 2, Elden Ring takes open-world exploration to an entirely unbelievable standard. You step into a vast, dark fantasy realm where every horizon hides dangerous bosses, secret dungeons, and incredible loot. I remember losing dozens of hours just wandering in one direction because the world design is so rewarding. The combat is tough, but defeat only makes victory taste sweeter. You can build your character however you want, whether throwing giant spells or swinging massive swords. The sheer freedom and sense of mystery make it an absolute mandatory play for anyone who loves epic action role-playing games. For game number 3, Cyberpunk 2077 has completed one of the greatest redemption arcs in gaming history. Walking through Night City feels breathtaking, with neon-lit skyscrapers, busy streets, and incredible visual details that pull you straight in. The story hits surprisingly hard on an emotional level, with deep characters you genuinely care about. Combat feels snappy and versatile, letting you hack enemy cyberware or blast through rooms with futuristic weaponry. I spent so many late nights just driving around listening to the radio stations. It transformed into a massive, polished futuristic experience that you definitely need to play today. Looking at game number 4, God of War Ragnarok delivers a blockbuster cinematic story that hits like an absolute freight train. You follow Kratos and Atreus as they navigate intense Nordic mythology, family drama, and looming apocalypse. The combat feels incredibly punchy, letting you fling the Leviathan axe and swing the blades of chaos with brutal satisfaction. I honestly got goosebumps during some of the massive boss encounters. The emotional beats hit just as hard as the action sequences, making it a complete emotional roller coaster. It is a stunning visual showpiece that captures the absolute peak of modern single-player storytelling. Jumping into game number 5, Helldivers 2 brings some of the most chaotic co-op multiplayer fun you can experience. Dropping down onto alien planets to blast giant bugs and killer robots with explosive stratagems is non-stop adrenaline. The dynamic physics and friendly fire create constant hilarious moments with your buddies. I cannot count how many times an accidental orbital strike wiped my entire squad while we were laughing hysterically. The Galactic War campaign keeps the community united toward grand objectives. It is fast-paced, intensely satisfying, and easily one of the best multiplayer shooters to pick up and play right now. With game number 6, Ghost of Tsushima delivers a poetic samurai adventure that feels like playing through a classic film. Instead of cluttering your screen with mini-maps, gentle wind gusts and wildlife guide you toward hidden shrines and hot springs. The sword combat is precise and elegant, allowing you to swap stances to counter different enemy types seamlessly. I often found myself stopping on hilltop cliffs just to admire the vibrant falling leaves and cinematic vistas. Watching your character grow from an honorable warrior into a feared phantom is incredible. It is a deeply immersive historical journey you will never forget. Checking out game number 7, The Last of Us Part 1 rebuilds an iconic story from the ground up with mind-blowing graphic fidelity. You escort young Ellie across a ruined post-apocalyptic America, filled with terrifying infected and desperate human survivors. The tense stealth and scarce resource management make every single encounter feel dangerous and thrilling. I felt my heart pounding every time a clicker stalked near my position in the dark. The strong character performances build a deep bond that carries you through every heartbreaking plot twist. It remains a masterclass in emotional narrative design that every gamer needs to experience. Stepping up to game number 8, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 lets you swing through New York City faster and smoother than ever before. You get to swap between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, utilizing new web wings and venom powers to fight dangerous, iconic villains. Swinging through the dense urban jungle never gets old, and the fluid animations make you feel like a total superhero. I loved how seamlessly the game transitions between intimate personal character moments and massive citywide action spectacles. The combat strikes a great balance between easy to learn and stylish to master, delivering pure, high-swinging entertainment. At game number 9, Monster Hunter Wilds invites you into vast living ecosystems where giant beasts fight for survival. Tracking giant monsters across unpredictable weather conditions creates a constant sense of grand-scale hunting. The combat mechanics are deep and rewarding, featuring 14 distinct weapon styles that offer completely unique ways to play. I felt immense satisfaction after finally beating a massive apex predator after a 30-minute tactical battle. Crafting cool armor and weapons from your hunts keeps the gameplay loop endlessly addictive. It is a thrilling cooperative or solo journey that rewards strategy, patience, and skill. For game number 10, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth expands a beloved classic into a massive, gorgeous open-world adventure. Joining Cloud and his companions as they travel outside Midgar feels like a true grand road trip filled with memorable moments. The dynamic combat system seamlessly blends real-time action with strategic tactical commands. I lost so many hours playing side minigames like Queen's Blood and exploring scenic regions. The emotional storytelling, catchy soundtrack, and deep character interactions keep you thoroughly invested throughout the lengthy campaign. It is a massive, ambitious RPG achievement that shines bright from start to finish. Next up, for game number 11, Horizon Forbidden West sends you into a lush post-apocalyptic frontier filled with awe-inspiring mechanical beasts. You control Aloy as she hunts giant robotic dinosaurs using specialized bows, traps, and tactical gadgets. Exploring colorful tropical beaches, ruined cities, and deep underwater ruins feels incredibly rewarding and visually stunning. I was constantly blown away by the incredible facial animations and rich world building. Targeting specific mechanical parts to strip components mid-battle adds vast tactical depth to every fight. It is an amazing open-world adventure that fires on all visual and gameplay cylinders. Diving into game number 12, Black Myth Wukong brings Chinese mythology to life with fast, dynamic, action-packed combat. You play as the Destined One, wielding a magical staff to pull off fluid combos, transformations, and mystical spells against fierce legendary bosses. The boss variety here is phenomenal, throwing unique challenges at you continuously without letting up. I was continuously amazed by the stunning mythical environments and incredible character designs. Mastering your dodges and timing your spellcasts makes winning tough battles feel extremely empowering. It is a breathtaking visual spectacle and a thrilling action title you must try. With game number 13, Returnal delivers a dark sci-fi roguelike third-person shooter that tests your reflexes and focus. You play as an astronaut trapped in a mysterious time loop on an unforgiving alien world that shifts every time you die. The fast-paced bullet hell combat requires constant movement, quick dashes, and precise target prioritization. I felt an incredible surge of adrenaline when I finally beat a tough boss after multiple failed runs. The eerie storyline unfolds slowly with every run, keeping you hooked on solving the cosmic mystery. It is a challenging, deeply rewarding arcade action experience. Moving to game number 14, Baldur's Gate 3 sets a groundbreaking standard for deep, choice-driven role-playing games. Every decision you make truly shapes the world, your companions, and the dynamic storyline in profound, unexpected ways. The turn-based tactical combat encourages total creative freedom, letting you combine elements, environment hazards, and character skills seamlessly. I was blown away by how much detail and voice acting goes into even minor side quests. Whether playing solo or with friends, the immense player freedom creates a unique journey for everyone. It is a landmark RPG that you can replay endless times. Looking at game number 15, Grand Theft Auto V continues to dominate as an absolute titan of open-world entertainment. Exploring the vast city of Los Santos gives you total freedom to execute wild heists, drive fast cars, or just cause chaos. Swapping between 3 distinct protagonists keeps the story narrative fresh and engaging across various perspectives. I still jump into the chaotic online mode regularly to mess around with friends in custom races and missions. The sheer level of detail, satire, and endless activities keep it feeling fresh year after year. It remains an essential sandbox experience for all players. For game number 16, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt remains a supreme benchmark for rich, dark fantasy world design. You play as monster hunter Geralt of Rivia, searching for your adopted daughter across a war-torn countryside filled with folklore monsters. The side quests are written with incredible care, often presenting morally gray choices with realistic long-term consequences. I spent countless nights just sitting in taverns playing cards or taking in the breathtaking sunsets across the mountains. The deep lore, complex characters, and huge expansion packs offer hundreds of hours of quality content. It is a true modern classic. Checking out game number 17, Resident Evil 4 delivers a brilliant modern remake of a survival horror masterpiece. You play as Agent Leon Kennedy, rescuing the president's daughter from a terrifying cult in a remote European village. The over-the-shoulder gunplay feels tight and satisfying, requiring smart ammo management and quick knife parries to survive aggressive crowds. I loved how tension constantly balances with high-octane action, keeping you on the edge of your seat. The upgraded visuals and refined gameplay mechanics make this iconic adventure feel totally fresh and exciting today. It is peak horror action gaming. Stepping into game number 18, Red Dead Redemption 2 offers an amazingly detailed Western epic that feels unbelievably alive. You live the outlaw life as Arthur Morgan, riding horses, hunting wildlife, and pulling off robberies with your fleeing gang. The sheer attention to detail is staggering, from realistic weather patterns to organic NPC conversations everywhere you travel. I found myself slow riding across open plains, just taking in the peaceful atmospheres and gorgeous dynamic lighting. The emotional story hit me like a ton of bricks by the time the credits rolled. It is a slow burn cinematic masterpiece. At game number 19, Demon Souls brings a legendary dark fantasy challenge to life with astonishing next-gen visual fidelity. Every creepy castle, dark dungeon, and towering boss fight looks incredibly sharp and atmospheric. The slow, methodical combat demands patience, precise timing, and careful stamina management if you hope to survive the brutal traps. I remember the incredible rush of beating a giant boss after learning its exact attack patterns through high trial and error. The haunting sound design and stunning lightning effects pull you deep into its oppressive atmosphere. It is an extraordinary challenge worth taking. For game number 20, Alan Wake 2 presents a mind-bending psychological survival horror journey wrapped in a creepy narrative mystery. You split time between FBI agent Saga Anderson investigating ritual murders and writer Alan Wake trapped in a surreal nightmare version of New York. The atmosphere is thick with tension, using clever shadow mechanics, intense flashlight combat, and shocking live-action sequences. I was constantly guessing what was real and what was fake during every twisted plot turn. The incredible audio design and creative visual presentation make it feel like an artful cinematic horror experience. Moving to game number 21, Death Stranding delivers a totally unique, atmospheric sci-fi journey about reconnecting a fractured world. You play as Sam Bridges, delivering vital supplies across harsh, beautiful landscapes threatened by dangerous supernatural entities. Navigating rugged mountains, planning your gear weight, and using ladders or ropes makes the simple act of traversal feel deeply rewarding. I loved seeing structures built by other online players appear in my world right when I needed them most. The deep sci-fi lore and gorgeous cinematic soundtrack create an unforgettable mood. It is a brilliant meditative experience unlike anything else. Looking at game number 22, Dragon's Dogma 2 offers an unforgettable action RPG filled with emerging, unscripted fantasy adventures. You explore a vast, wild world alongside AI companions called pawns, who learn combat strategies and guide you to hidden secrets. Scaling up giant monsters like griffins and cyclopes to strike their weak points mid-battle feels thrilling every time. I loved how unpredictable journeys could become when a massive monster suddenly attacked our traveling carriage on a dark night road. The deep vocation system offers fantastic variety in combat styles. It is a sandbox fantasy dream come true. Checking out game number 23, Hogwarts Legacy lets you live out your ultimate wizarding school fantasy in an expansive open-world setting. Attending classes, learning powerful spells, flying on broomsticks, and exploring every secret room of the iconic castle feels incredibly magical. The fast-paced magic combat lets you chain together offensive and defensive spells seamlessly in flashy duels. I spent hours just wandering through the cozy streets of Hogsmeade and decorating my personalized room of requirement. The magical atmosphere and fun sense of discovery keep you hooked continuously. It is an absolute must-play for fantasy lovers. Stepping into game number 24, Silent Hill 2 revives a legendary psychological horror masterpiece with terrifying modern realism. You follow James Sunderland as he wanders through a foggy, monster-filled town after receiving a mysterious letter from his deceased wife. The eerie fog, disturbing sound design, and claustrophobic environments build an unbearable sense of psychological tension throughout the journey. I felt genuine chills exploring dark hospital corridors equipped with only a flickering flashlight and a radio. The deeply personal emotional horror narrative stays with you long after playing. It is a haunting, brilliant survival horror experience.